see the Usos walking together backstage, like hyping each other up, celebrating their win. And Jimmy asks if this means that Jey is standing with the bloodline. And Jey will not give him a proper answer. He says he just doesn't know yet. And then we see Heyman show up. Jimmy tells him after Jey walks away, like, this is what he said, blah, blah, blah. So again, planting some seeds there. Then a little later, we see Jey run into Sammy. Like, because, you know, who doesn't casually just walk by the production trucks for no reason, like carrying your titles? Like, who doesn't do that?
You don't take weird ways to go to your car?
Yeah. That's like where all the fans creep around. Like, they're trying to be like by the production trucks. Like, I took so many pictures by the production trucks when I was going to SmackDowns and Raws around SummerSlam. Like, I have so many pictures with them. But anyway, so he runs into Sammy, and Sammy welcomes him back and says he can't imagine what he's going through, and that they both know that Roman is not going to let Jey forget what he did at the Rumble, because not only did he walk out of the ring and not help beat up Sammy, but he's basically excommunicated them for the last 2 weeks. Sammy thanks him for taking his side, and he says that Roman is going down, so Jey, you know, you need to try and get out. You shouldn't go down with the ship. And says, I just want you to know I acknowledge you. So then he puts out the fist bump, and Jay's like, you need to get out of here with that. And then he does it pretty quickly. But did you feel like Sammy was getting emotional when he was saying, like, I acknowledge you? I felt like, yeah, he was almost on the cusp of tears. That's almost like how it felt. But I couldn't tell if that was storyline, like, you know, or if it was kind of like his sign off of like, Jey, I think you could be, you know, because there's main event Jey. So like there's these rumors that maybe Jey is gonna be, you know, one of the top people against Roman. Maybe he, you know, people wanted him to be the guy to take the titles off of him. Like, I don't know. I was like, I noticed it and I was like, is that just my mind? I'm like, no.
No, anytime they throw in an I acknowledge you, that is such a great callback to when Jey was feuding with Roman. It's just, it's so well done, the little details and the way they say things, the words they use. It's incredible. The fact that he's saying I acknowledge you, that could, you know, spur a moment where he may even join up with Sammy. He may be like, nah, screw you, Roman, and try to help him. Or it could be a turn where he turns on him, and then you set up the KO Sammy shit because after you know, whatever. But I have always thought that Jey should dethrone Roman. I think that, yeah, Cody obviously should be WWE champion. Sammy could just because he's so over. You know, when someone's so over, it's like, yeah, just give him the title. That's what the fans want. But Jey, it makes sense because that would really complete the Bloodline's story arc so much. And then you could do a little thing with like the Bloodline's there, but like they're not an addressed faction on the show.
Or it's like the Bloodline is still there, is still standing, but without Roman. Like
that's
how?
It's a new day. Yes, it is. For the
it's the new blood.
The new
blood. I don't know.
I kind of like that.
Or it could be like,
imagine the merch.
Well, because I mean, they're only cousins with Roman, but the Usos and Solo like share the exact same blood. So Remy, her tail just pulled off my headphones. But I was gonna talk about this too.
She thinks you're done hearing what I have to say. She's just like,
she's like, whatever.